Hey guys, welcome back with another Minecraft tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an automatic farm. Now this farm can be used for like anything, for like wheat to potatoes to carrots, pretty much anything you really desire. It's really good in survival because like you can actually make it pretty easily. You can also make it creative, but like that's creative. Yeah, but if you really don't want to pick out like the stuff yourself, then you could just make this automatic farm. But with all the explanation, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, what you're gonna need are 4 dispensers, 4 hoppers, a couple of redstone, a couple of water buckets, of course, 4 chests, a couple of seeds, 4 trapdoors of any kind, any block that you desire, along with any hoe that you also desire. I will most likely pick a stone hoe. Now, next thing what you want to do is actually find a pretty steep land. Not too steep like a hill, but like more like a small miniature hill, like this one right here. So what you want to do, if it's not really perfect or up to your standards, you can always customize it. Like I said, you can use the dirt blocks as the blocks you desire, or if you have any leftover cobblestone. Next thing what you want to do is scan out 5 blocks, and then put 2 dispensers, but leave 1 block in the middle. And after that, start making a little bit of a hole in the throughout the middle, just so you know where to put your seeds and all that stuff. Now, after you've done this, you can put down your hoppers first, or I would really recommend you connecting the hoppers to chests. So pretty much put the chest down first, and then the hoppers. Mostly because I just want to make sure this is like it'll like work. I believe the hoppers do you don't have to connect the hoppers to the chests, but I think it's only when they're above the chest so they actually connects. But as you can tell, yep, I just connected them. And yeah, just like that. Okay, the next thing what you want to do is actually dig out the middle right over here, as I'm going to show you right now. Just so you can have actually easier access into the middle. Oh yeah, I do recommend having a shovel as well. I did forget to mention that. Of course, shovel of any type. I would strongly recommend stone once again, as wooden shovels and hoes obviously pretty much wear off a lot. Now what I'm going to show you right here is you just like, just making the ground all ready for planting, but there's no water yet. Well, that's because this actually helps me see where the actual line is. Right there. Boom, right there. So like that will actually help you see where you're supposed to put the water. I'll show you guys that in a second after I clear all this. Once again, I recommend having a shovel because, well, I completely forgot to introduce it at the beginning, so completely out of my mind. But yes, do the same thing for the other side. Dig out there, and then you'll see the little curve right there. And then you'll dig out some more down there. Of course, though, you could always check above the ground and see, yup, right there, you see, once again, the little space between the dirt blocks above each other. Next, what you want to do is you can also do this, you don't really have to, but just keeps it more stable. You can put 2, there you go, you just wasted 4 water buckets right there, and then another water bucket right there. It's okay if it overflows a little bit, because you're going to actually cover that up, there we go. And then from there, you'll start to see your fertilized land to become well, a bit less dry, I should say. And let's take a moment for that sunset. Sunset's gone. Yeah. So yeah, it's working if the ground is actually turning like a dark color of brown. Of course, I think that's like when the soil is like rich or something like that. I don't know what you really call it. I'm not really good with actual farming names, but like, yeah, you get what I mean. So yeah, this is optional. If all the ground is still like still a bit dry, you can always go back here, dig a little hole right there, and find your way to the water source. Then after that, you can also put down 2 water buckets, I believe. 2 water buckets right down there. Yep, I'm gonna put 2 water buckets just to ensure that the every dirt block's getting water at least. Now, once again, I do recommend a shovel. But yeah, after that, this does require a lot of water buckets. I do believe we just had like 9. We just wasted 9 water buckets. So it's quite pricey. Along with you have to put the water buckets inside the dispensers as well. But next thing what you want to do is actually make these like side barriers. Now of course these are really helpful because as you know, water, like if the water flows outside of where you want it to go, then of course that's not really going to work well. Now, you don't really have to do this now, but I just put the redstone here just so I know where it is. You can also make the redstone connection longer if you want. I just showing this as like an example. And of course, we're not done yet. We have to cover up the middle because I tried this before and it did not work well when the middle was like all open with the water, because the water from the dispensers mixed in with the water that I originally put down in the middle for the plants. Uh, so yeah, it didn't really work that well. So yeah, once you cover that, don't worry, it will not cut off the water as the water's underneath the dirt blocks actually. So this actually saves you a bit more time. Yes, and after that, put off at least 1 bucket of water inside each dispenser. Now, I did not try this in survival, so I don't know if it like completely uses it, but I do believe it does. And next thing what you want to do is actually put down trapdoors. Make sure you put it like this, just so that covers up like that. Beautiful. And then do the same thing with the other side. Also, make sure to cover up at least those sides as well, because of course it's going to overflow out. So yeah, just in case. Also, those things prevent the seeds from like from overflowing from the hoppers, obviously. But I don't think you really need to worry about that. Alright, and let's give it a test drive. Make sure everything's prepared and ready. If there's some blocks that are still dry, don't worry about that. They will still grow, obviously. And if you don't want that big huge hole in the back, you can also cover up with all the dirt blocks you actually gain from here. That's why I did say any blocks that you desire. I'll most likely choose dirt blocks. And there we go. As you can tell, the water collected most of the seeds. You'll see some seeds that are like stuck on the side, but that's okay. You can always collect them. As you can tell, you see right there. But it shouldn't be much of a big deal. Look at that. 11 seeds. 12 seeds, so it's almost perfect. It's a really nice thing. I like this idea. I like this design. Yeah, so anyways guys, I hope you really enjoyed this Minecraft tutorial video. It's really helpful if you could like and subscribe if you're new, obviously. And this is really good in survival. But until then, I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.